Aloha mai kako. My name is Sophia Perry and I'm your 2020 to 2021 ASKS President. I know so many of you may be anxious, excited, or feeling a whole range of emotions about going back to school. It'll be great to be back on campus, seeing our classmates and friends again, but we need to do so safely for the health of everyone. This year will look and feel a lot different at first, and change is never easy. But if we can commit to the kuleana of keeping yourself and everyone else safe, we'll get through it together. Some of our student leaders are here to share what you should know about and expect this year.
Stay home when sick. If you aren't feeling well, the best thing you can do for yourself and others is to stay home.
Temperature checks. Whether you arrive to school by bus or by car, you will have a screening in the morning. For bus riders, it'll be at your stop before you board. For those being dropped off or driving to school, there is a scanning station you will walk through in the morning. Tip: be early, avoid the rush, and give yourself time to cool down. If your temperature is above 100.3, you'll be given a moment to cool down and a rescan will happen. If a fever is confirmed, you will need to return home, which is why ohana need to wait at bus stops until their child is cleared.
Face coverings. Have them, wear them, wash them regularly. Face masks are required at all times when others are present, except when eating. You can also take them off if you're alone and distance from others outside. One thing to remember is while enjoying breakfast and lunch, it will be tempting to turn and talk, but if you're talking, you should be wearing your face mask. It's a simple courtesy to keep us all safe. Glasses and face shields are an extra precaution when you're working collaboratively with others. Masks have been mailed home, and a shield and a pair of safety glasses will be provided to you upon arrival on your first day.
Drop-offs and pickups. A big change will be the location for drop-offs and pickups. Drop-offs should be made at the Paea Stadium parking lot. Only buses and faculty and staff cars will be allowed past that checkpoint. Parents, turn into the Paea lot and you will see the drop-off area. Students will need to go through the temperature screening there. Afternoon pickups will also be in that Paea Stadium parking area.
Physical distancing. I know a lot of people think they know what 6 feet looks like, but here's what it actually looks like. Physical distancing is the most effective way to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So when standing around or moving about, you need to keep space between you and the next person, especially if it's for an extended period of time. That means no longer walking shoulder to shoulder with friends. Keep each other safe by keeping space.
Cohorts. One of the effective ways we limit exposure or contain the spread is by using cohorts, which makes it easier to contact trace. Each grade level has 2 cohorts, so it is important to stick to just your cohort. When your cohorts are in class, you're in class. When your cohort doesn't have class, you don't have to be on campus to do your asynchronous work. But you can be if you choose to in one of our Ho'okanaka centers. We know it might be tough with friends in other cohorts, but it's an important way on how we stay safe and gives you a chance to get out of your comfort zone and meet others or deepen palina in your class.
Ho'okanaka Educational Centers. On days you aren't in class or if you need a place to go on the virtual Fridays, our Ho'okanaka Educational Centers will be available to you with Wi-Fi, lunch, and access to additional support. Make sure you register if you do plan to be here on Fridays. There are 4 different Ho'okanaka Educational Centers on campus and they are designated by grade level.
Dual credit class. If you have a dual credit online class for your last period and prefer to work at home and you have access to transportation, fill out your request for an early release for approval by admin. Otherwise, you can use your designated Ho'okanaka Educational Center.
Wash and sanitize. The other important way to stop the spread is to keep your hands clean. So washing your hands for 20 seconds with soap after using the bathroom or when a sink is available in class. Or use hand sanitizer, which will always be readily available when entering and exiting a class.
Wiping down desks. When switching classes, we are asking Haumana to kokua by wiping down their desks prior to leaving their class. All of the cleaning materials will be provided.
Meals. New places and spaces to get meals. Both breakfast and lunch are going to be pre-packaged for safety and ease of use. For all meals, you'll be with your cohort. Breakfast and lunch will be served in different areas for pickup, and there will be designated spaces to eat.
Pay attention to directional signs. When walking on campus, please make sure to pay attention and be courteous about the lanes. They exist so that people don't run into one another, and those going into the opposite direction have a clear path. Be maka'ala of those directions and considerate of others.
There are going to be challenges. There is going to be a learning curve. But together, if we follow safe practices, we can keep our Kula community safe. We mahalo you for your commitment to this kuleana of following these practices in place, and we know that by working together, we can get creative to find new and safe ways to interact and make the most of our school year. Be safe, and we'll see you again soon.